Hey everybody, DayTraderRockStar here, and we have a futures video that I'm going to go over with you. We're going to be talking about the new alert system that I've rolled out today. We've used the Zello network or futures trade alert network a lot today. I'm going to go over those alerts and why those alerts are so important for futures traders and how well we're doing with these with the futures. If you're trying to qualify on a prop account or you're just trading your own account, the futures have been really sweet over the last couple of weeks. And when I say that, it's just been lining up our methodology, our business plan. I always like to call it the business plan because this is something that you have to have discipline. And if it works, you have to have the set of rules that make it work. The criteria has to be set. And you can't really, go away from that. You want to really stick to what works in the market. So we know what works. All right, we know what works, and I want to just do a review, and I like to do reviews a lot during the week. So if you don't mind, I'm going to do a little review and show you how we profit off of this. Now, again, if you're listening to this for the first time, I'm DayTraderRockStar. I host a trading show every single day live on DayTradingRadio.com. So if you happen to be on, in front of your computers or anywhere, if you want to listen to some cool trading, you can listen to us on your phone using the TuneIn app. Just do a search for Day Trading Radio on TuneIn, or you can just go to DayTradingRadio.com. There's so many different ways of listening to Day Trading Radio. And what we do is we're traders. We're a community of traders. We have thousands of members, and we've been trading here since 2007. And I host a show each and every day. We get in there about 8:30, and we focus on stocks, options, and futures. Now, futures have been really hot recently because we've been focused on a lot of qualifications on prop accounts, evaluation and passing your evaluation so you could get a funded account and trade. And basically, we have lots of traders that are doing this every week. They're able to open up, get the prop account, take these alerts, qualify, submit those, and then all of a sudden they have a real live account that they're trading for. And if they continue to maintain the same discipline and the same alerts, taking those same alerts, they're going to be able to just continue to withdraw money from their account and keep it going. And this is a very low entry way of getting into the markets. And I talk about it a lot because why risk your own money when these alerts are so good? And I know I have to deal with it too. I trade both my own accounts and the prop accounts. But when you have such a low barrier to enter here, and again, with these coupons that we get each month, and you could just, I always use a 50K account as an example. If you open up a 50K account or prop account, it costs you the low $20 to do that. And that gives you the trading platform, the Ninja Trader. It gives you the rhythmic feed, the data feed, real-time data feed, and it gets you all set up, and you're actually trading. Now the object is to qualify that account. You're supposed to qualify. You're supposed to make a certain amount of money without losing a certain amount of money, and that's where I come in, and that's where Day Trading Radio and the alert system comes in, because and if you've been with me for a while, you know what works. You know that we're on top of this. It's just a matter of time before we sit in front of the computer and you get a setup. But not everyone can be sitting in front of the computer. So recently I've been trying to work out a way of getting people involved in these great alerts. So I put together a new alert system called the Futures Trade Alert Network. The Futures Trade Alert Network. Now let's talk about that just for a second. All right, so the Futures Trade Alert Network is a alert system. We use your smartphone, and I send over alerts, real-time, instantaneous alerts of our high-probability zones in the market and what we call high-probability setups and what we really call the super signal. There's only about 3 to 4, sometimes 5 super signals, but they're all, the foundation comes from, our stochastic foundation and divergences plus multiple time frames. And these are all lined up, and we've been, again, like I said, I've been doing this for 20-something years, 25, 26 years now. We have eliminated all wasted trades. We only look for a few good trades that we want to take, and these trades are very easy to spot after years and years of setting this up. We have many indicators and tools to help identify this, but I'm here every single day in front of it, and I send out these alerts real time. I'm behind the mic, as you can see right here. It's just something. So we're the futures trade alert is available now for the first time outside the spectrum of Day Trading Radio. Now, Day Trading Radio members get this for free. All right, they get added. They get these alerts for free on their phone. And if you want to, if you're not sure how to sign up, just reach out to me and I'll get you set up on those. We already have close to 100 people signed up on it. Well, actually, I shouldn't say 100. I would say about 65. We're getting close to that 100, and we're going to cap it at 100. You are able to get in on this too, because let's see, for those out there who are not members who just want to be alerted to the setups, you're going to receive the super signal. What is the super signal, you say? Well, we're going to be, when I send these things out, I'm sitting there and I'm watching this, and I'm sending out the quad rotation, the quad divergence, the quad VWAP, and the 2020 flags, plus probably a couple other ones that you might hear me send out here. And we're going to, I'm going to show you that today. I'm going to show you what we traded today, and you're going to hear the alerts that go out, just to kind of give you an update of what I'm doing here. All right, so let me get rid of that here. Again, these are some of the other alerts you would get: the quad divergence, the quad coil, the quad trend line, the quad VWAP, the quad divergence, and the quad rotation. Quad rotation is just the kind of the foundation, and then the quad divergence is something that's our number one setup, and the other ones here are comparable. They're definitely worth sending the alert out. The quad coil, the quad divergence, they're up to twice on there. I have to fix that, but anyway, so that's actually available. We just ran it, just started about a month ago, and I'm just using we're just getting people in here grandfathered in at the lowest price it's ever going to be. As I do everything with Day Trading Radio. When we started Day Trading Radio, it was $14.95. Now it's $99.95. You can imagine this. So this is a really good thing. I'm so excited to build this out. So I'm giving people opportunity to get in at the lowest price it'll ever be. It's only $20 a month. Very easy to sign up. Just go to Patreon, Day Trading Radio at Patreon. Just do a search for Day Trading Radio at Patreon. You'll see Futures Trade Alert Network there. You sign up for it, you get the instructions to sign up and everything. All right, so the setups here that we want to send out, and again, I'm not here at 4 o'clock in the morning, but I like to go back and actually discuss these setups with you because they're so great. And again, our number one, I'll discuss the setups. You know what they are, and if you're not familiar with this, that's what I do. I teach trading. I teach this methodology every single day here at Day Trading Radio. If you want to take that fast ride to catch up, then talk to me. I have some courses to catch you up with. I do one-on-one coaching. I could get you right up to speed. Remember, this is a style of trading. This is a method that's exact. It's almost an exact science. We don't waste trades. We don't gamble. We don't do anything other than wait for our setups. We know those setups work. First setup, of course, is the divergence here. It's when our first, our low and our lower low and a higher low on the stochastics. This is at 4 o'clock in the morning. Not that we're going to be taking that, but I do like to point these out because when you point them out and you show them, then it's something that you will realize works so well. The market had popped back up, and whenever I'm tracking the market or just going back, I'll recognize what we call 1, 2, 3 patterns. And these are 3 pivots: 1, 2, 3. And once you have 3 pivots, you could put a parallel line on the top 2 and drop it on the bottom 1 here, and then just keep that parallel line going. If the price comes back up to it, there's a possibility you have a trade. If there's a VWAP and a trend line or a channel line going together, that's a double indicator setup, plus an overbought stochastic. These are triple indicator. These are all considered high probability zones. This is actually a short with the stochastics down here. Again, I might be going real fast for someone, but like I said, we do this every single day. So it's very natural to look at these flags and understand the direction of the market and know when to get in and when to get out. It's at this point. So this is 6:30 in the morning, and I'm getting in the market, kind of waiting for our setups, and the market opens up at 9:30, and you can see the market kind of chopped around here for a bit. It wasn't that exciting of a morning, but we did have what we call a quad rotation. Quad rotation is when all four stochastics get oversold underneath the 20 line. Now the important thing is that 20 line is that last dot. That's that 60-10 down here, which is our stochastic parameter. 60 is the K, 10 is the D. All right, and the 20 line is usually our overbought level. Now what I want to do is, because we really require it to be underneath, I want to see some dots above the line. And you might be saying, John, I only see one line. Stochastics have two lines. They have a percentage D and percentage K. Well, the percentage D is the signal line, and that's what we use. We don't use percentage K. I just kind of, I get rid of it. I make it transparent so you can't really see it. But if I go over with my mouse, you will see it there. You will see it underlined, but I don't like to look at it. We don't bother with it. It has no use for me other than part of the formula. So here we have our quad rotation right at 9:30. All right. Market here kind of pops up here. We're waiting for our next setup, and again, there's only a few setups that I'm taking. A quad rotation is our basic half of a super signal. We like to get that's when all four stochastics come down, and usually something happens that underneath that level. Now what I want to do is I want to draw a line here. I want to put this blue line down here, just so we could see that line down here a little bit better. Let me see if I could. There it is, 0. Let me put it right on the dotted line there, and I want to extend it, and I want to make it 1. I'm going to apply it there. So now I could actually see it a little bit better down there if we go under it or not. So we had that quad rotation here. Now you'll see me, during the day. This is where we write all this stuff. I announce the market like I'm announcing a football game. We see that market here pushed up here out of this channel, and we pulled back down into it and then held it here. So once we established this pivot, and this pivot, then we started looking at something here. We had a nice little bounce, but what happened was we had a divergence here, a quick little divergence at 11:15, but we were embedded down here also. It was also quad rotation, and we always want to take that divergence with a quad rotation, especially like that. But we also want to take it off on our first rotation. None of our trades, or I should back it up and say all of our trades have two things. Well, we have a set of things. All right, we have a set of things. All right, all of our setups have to have an order entry criteria, meaning what causes us to get in, a profit exit criteria, what's going to cause us to get out, where our stop is going to be, in the risk management for the method. That's our top thing. Then we, of course, maybe want to know when we want to increase our size, our position size on our contracts. That's going to tell us, that's going to be based on the next time frame, the next larger time frame. Some other things I have. This is something you'll get if you actually sign up with us. You'll get the business plan here, and it kind of breaks down everything that you want. Really gets you started on exactly what the methodology is. I kind of give you the whole methodology right here, and kind of teach it to you in this little course I give you to kind of catch you up to speed when you start off here. There's a lot to go over there, and I'm not going to go over this right now with you, but just remember that everything is defined and written out for you. Everything from stage 1 to stage 2. Our entries are all defined when we get in and when we get out. There's nothing here. No stone is left unturned on this. So when we have that setup here, when we have that, this rotation here, we tell us, this is where we want to get in. We want to get in right here on that divergence, that lower low. And we want to take it until we start to get overbought here. Now this was 11:15. Excuse me. That one caught me by surprise. I apologize for coughing. At about 11 o'clock at night of talking all day and all night, I finally start to cough. That one snuck up on me. Anyway, when I do see a setup like this, I want to make sure that people could get in this. Now, some of these are going to give you much bigger returns, like a quad rotation here to go at 9:30 and went all the way up. It went from 54 to 64, 10-point move. I mean, 10-point moves could qualify you very easily if you went all in on a prop account. Not to say that's what I'm recommending you doing, but prop accounts are sometimes meant to take that chance because you get them so cheap. You get them on the cheap, especially with the coupons. There's a 72% coupon right now for that, and I'll put that in the description of the video. But right now, the current coupon is 72% off the option one valuation accounts, and for the Apex, the code is DTRNOV. Because I carried it over to the end of December. It was for November and December. It's DTRNOV for Bullinox. And the Apex is DTR Apex. So the Bullinox is DTRNOV and the Apex is DTR Apex. Those are the two coupons that give you 72% off if you're interested. So here we have the 11:15 set up, and it gets a nice little pop. So every time we get a qualifying super signal is something I want to send out to you. So this would be a qualifying super signal. So if you go to your Zello alerts, and let's see if I can bring this up. I don't have my phone on. Well, I have my phone in my hand, but you can't see it. Let's go here. I see some more people signed up here. I got to give them access. All right. Let me see what we have here. Wow. All right. So let's start off here. 11 o'clock. So 11:30. Let me go to 11:30. 11:24. Was it? About 11:24.
All right. We got a divergence with a stop at 46.58. 46.58. Just got hit on my target there. That was the noise in the background here. But there is a 1 minute divergence at 11:20. Again, stop should be at 46.58. Take profits on the way up.
So that would be
At 1 o'clock we have the 10-year bond auction. This is a market moving event. It's moved the market over the last few times the auction came out. So keep an eye at 1 o'clock.
All right, so that was the alert here that you get instantaneous, and we took that trade and we took profits on the pop, and on that. Now the market came back, reset up on a quad rotation right here. Just actually rotated it back down in the market as a quad at the time. A lot of things are going on, but that actually probably was a qualified quad rotation again here, right here, and you can see that was really a nice move up. Now, at this point, when we started seeing a breakout of the trend here and this hold in the uprising trend line, we knew that we were looking at some strength, so we started to focus on flags. Now, flags are great here. Let's see what this next alert is here. We had a flag here. I think we just mentioned it on the, during the show, pushed up here. Then we had our secondary flag. Now, a flag for us is a high probability setup, and it's based off of our 60-10 and our 20 or 9-3 stochastic plus the 20 period moving average. The flagpole has to pull away from the 20 period moving average. Then we drift back to the 20 while the stochastics rotate back down to the 20, and this holds above 80, preferably above 85. All right, preferably above 85. You want to take that position right on the 20 period moving average as everything is lined up. You don't want to wait until the breakout. You actually want to be selling the breakout, because every time you pull away from the 20, you're probably going to pull back to the 20. So the best thing to do is to buy into that weakness, that pullback. You have to have trust in this, because the 60 here is telling you that this trend is very strong trend, because we're embedded up here. Easy pickings today, easy. We had another flag here, right here. I think I had a couple flags here. Let's see what let's see what the alerts went out here.
The 10-year auction about to hit the.
All right, that was the auction.
We have a possible sell divergence. at 46.72 1/4. The time is 1:46. So we'll put your stop at the highs above 46.74 1/2.
So we had a divergence right there.
Sell side divergence here on the ES.
All right there.
So, 3:05 p.m. We have a quad rotation at 46.72. 46.72 quad rotation.
That was at 3 right here.
Seconds to the murder algo. All right, that's a wrap. This is Day Trading Radio, and
all right, so that was the quad rotation here at 3 o'clock. We circled that also. That was right off the trend line too. So you get a feel for, we're very active on the alerts today. You get those direct. You don't even have to turn on your phone. It comes right over your phone. It's this technology, and how I set this up is just cutting edge, and I think it's going to be great for traders. So just in case you're not in front of it, maybe you walked away from the computer. Maybe you're not in front of the computer and you're not trading, but you want to know when a super signal is because you have your you have your phone, you have your Ninja Trader on your account on your phone, and you want to take a trade. If I saw a quad rotation divergence on a 1,000 volume chart or 300 tick chart, and I got that alert, I'd probably take that shot. Set up your account so you could put in a bracket order. An automatic stop goes in, an automatic profit, and take them every single time. You don't want to miss these. So this was the quad rotation. This was our 3 tops to a pop. We actually discussed this today. This is actually straight from George Lane's notebook that I read for him. We call it 3 pops to a top. In the market theory, the theory is that the market makes 3 runs, 1, 2, 3, before pulling back. Now you could probably even said this one 1, 2, 3, but at the time we were looking at these 3 right here, and we actually took that short on the top here, and it actually worked out great. We came all the way down here and we took profits right there. I ended up taking the profits off of this because we were waiting. I said, I do not want to hold this short past a quad rotation. I do not want to hold any kind of short when we have all 4 stochastics getting oversold. So we called that quad rotation, took it off here, and a good thing we did because the market just bounced right back up. And we called that quad rotation. From that point on, we had 345. Coming towards the end of the day, we didn't really do much, but there was a murder algo here, which is the 350 time frame, where typically we get a big spike in the market, and that's exactly what happened. So this was a textbook day. It had a little of everything. We had the great quad rotations. We had kind of a coil here. We had a good murder algo. We had 3 pops to a top. We had a couple sell divergences, but we had a lot of flags, good strong flags. Embedded 60, the 60-10 was embedded on the fast rotation here. This was another flag we took. It was a fun day. It was a fun day. All right. The one other thing you have here at Day Trading Radio, and especially if you're doing the prop trading, you have a prop account, and this is what the market looks like that right now. But you have these Rockbot scripts, which I run on the Rockbot channel. Now the Rockbot channel, you could shadow trade. It's the channel that is running all these scripts that are taking these trades live, automatic scripts that are taking these trades. So if you're in front of the computer, you just bring up your chart. You bring up the chart. You can watch this thing trade around the clock. Now, right now, we have this set on. Let me make sure it's on. I might have turned it off because I was working before. Let's turn it back on here. Overnight too. Now this is on the 1,000 volume chart. MES, the March contract, 1,000 volume chart. Now we talked about, I'm not going to go into the different type of parameters for the chart. You have the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 1,000 volume, 300 tick chart. We've been using the 300 tick and the 1,000 volume with great success, and I highly recommend that. Do not use these scripts if you do get the scripts, because the scripts, you can run these scripts on your own machine as a member of Day Trading Radio. So if you're a member of Day Trading Radio and you want to run these scripts, I recommend that you run them As I, on the 1000 volume, right here we had a 1121, we had a super signal right there, and that was a beautiful divergence too. Had another one here right at the morning. We had 930 signal. Now we could look at these different things here. I want to go to the 300 tick, which I wonder if there was any setups on a 300 tick. Lots of times we'll get a 300 tick or a 1000. They'll all line up together, and that's very important. Like here at 930, a little after 9, this was actually 957. There was a beautiful 300 tick divergence there, and you could see that, and look at that explosive move. So that all of these work just great. This is such a great tool. I mean, this crushes the market. 300 tick. You can just, and what I want people to do is, this is very important. Run the this is the super signal quad 23 script. You get this, you get a bunch of scripts. You get the quad 23, which is our super signal. You get the regular bull divergence. You got the short divergence. You got the 2020 bull flag. You got the 2020 bear flag. You have the quad rotation. You get all those scripts. But the best one, and I find it very hard to use any other one because this one works so well and it just crushes everything, is the super signal quad on the 300 tick or on the volume, on the 1000 volume, on a market like this. Now remember, you have to know what the market's doing. If the market's in a free fall for bad news, you don't want to take a long script and run a long script against the market. You like running these things on a choppy market, or just a safe and steady market. Nothing that's trending too aggressively. You never want that. But what I want you to do is to run these and be there with them. Let it get you into the trade, because sometimes it's faster to get you in using the algorithms here, or using the bot. It'll get you in fast and take the emotion out of it, and you could actually manage your stop. So if I got in, lots of times it'll get in, I'll take my stop and I'll just follow it up, or I'll take it off. I'll hit the close button and we'll take the trade off if I feel that way by watching the stochastics here. All right, so again, here's another good one. Wow, amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Exit on signal close. Closed. Wow, look at this thing. Look at this run. Super signal long here at 12:15. That was on Friday. It captured first profit, second profit, and look at it. It ran all the way up here and finally took the trailing stop at the top here. So let's talk about the parameters I have running on this, because this is working so well. You can see it hasn't missed a trade. It is crushing the market. So this is, again, the 300 tick. Here's one. Here's the one that seems to have stopped out. Here's one that stopped out. But you can see what happened here. You see the strong downtrend here. And this was embedded, and everything was pointed down. And if you start to see, a signal go in and it kind of gets a little popping and rolls over, you're gonna have things like that happen, depending on understanding the trend, what time it is. It might be at night. It might be some news. It might have been some news here. Whatever the flow is. But just remember, it's not the Holy Grail. It's very close to the Holy Grail, but there will be times when the market is trending aggressively and you want to take your trades off. You want to wait for a full rotation back up and then get back into that rhythm. Anytime you're down here and you're flatline, and we have what's called the safety net trade. I mean, if you get a signal and this 9.3 rotates up on the 300 tick and it rotates up to 80, or at least starts going and fails, meaning it turns back over, that is your signal to get out. Profit or not. It's profit or not, because you know what? Especially for the prop traders out there, you have nothing to lose. It's not like you're playing with real, you just wait for that right setup. And there's no reason to gamble. So if it doesn't work out, if you get a signal and you realize, hey, we're embedded down here, this is the first thing I would be looking at. If I get a signal and the 60 stays down under 20, or the 60 is really embedded down here at 5. It was at 5. It was at 0. That is extreme weakness, and you don't want to take along in extreme weakness. You're not going to get those pops. So I like to take these signals. We could kind of, when we just get down oversold and it starts to turn back up, here we actually had a little divergence here. But most of these all the time will work out really well. Let's take a look at the parameters so you can set these parameters up on your own bots for tomorrow. All right, I want to apply this here. All right, so we have 6. First profit taken at 6. 2 contracts coming off. Second profit at 15 ticks. So that's a 1.5, whatever that is. 3, 4. Two contracts coming off after 15 ticks. I have, you see what I have here? Ticks. I don't have a signal bar low. I don't have the signal bar low active here. That's why this is working so good. I've been doing some testing. I always do testing. I always do back testing to kind of keep you up to date on what's working. So instead of, you have 2 options. You have the signal bar low that put the stop automatically at the low, or you have the ticks. Now remember, there's an issue with the Rhythmic and NinjaTrader where it doesn't place stops properly. So we push the trailing start ticks to 1, meaning if it goes up 1 tick, then it will put a trailing stop of 14 ticks, which equals the stop loss. So basically I'm giving it 14 ticks to make its move to get to our 6, and then if I have 1 contract left, let it run. All right, so that's how that is setting up here. We'll apply that again. Okay, that. Okay. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Again, the 300 tick. Now, one thing, you could use this on you could use this on the NASDAQ, you could use it on the Dow, the Russell. Let's put it on the NASDAQ. I could use it on Bitcoin. Let's see. Let's go to the NASDAQ. Let's see here. Let's go. We're going to have to change the contract, though. Well, actually, let's see. We'll just move it. Well, what did I do? Let me move it. Let me go to the M. Let me go to the NQ, and let's go to 0324. All right, there we go. Now this is a 300 tick. Oh, this is actually says a super signal 1000 volume, but I moved it up here to the 300 tick. So don't listen to this right here. I'm just showing you 2 different ways. We'll put it on the 1000 volume. That's what I had it initially on, but I wanted to show you how well it works on the 300 tick. Excuse me. All right. Sometimes you'll get an index that won't give you any alerts. What I like about this is that it usually gives us the bottom. You know, the bottom is the bottom. It captures the bottom of these moves. Look at that. That was the bottom. And if you set your stop right, again, this is just parameters. It doesn't mean that just taking it off here. That's up to you where you want to take it off. This is going to get you in at the bottom. This is getting you out for whatever parameters you have set. You get to set those parameters. If you have the script running on your own machine, you get to set those yourself, or at least follow it up. In the cases like this is during the day. You have a nice trend line break. This is starting to move up. If I had the 60 on my side, I would let this probably run further. If this was embedded here, I'd let it run. I wouldn't even worry about the stop. Keep my stop at break even. Sometimes you just want to let that thing go. That thing went from 24. Again, this is on the NASDAQ. It went up 100 points, about 100 points, easy. 100 points on the NASDAQ it went up. Wow. Off of that super signal. And again, as you can see, I'm not, I just activate it. Even some of these here I would call, like this is another divergence that was very close to being called. All right. Sometimes we want to, that's on the NQ. Sometimes we'll get signals on the MES, but we won't get on the ES, or we'll get on the ES, we won't get it because the different volume. The volume, in this case, it's the 1,000 volume. In the case here, it's the 300 tick. It all depends, if you have an MES and the MES, the micro ES, and then you have the mini ES, you're going to have different volumes, so it's going to have different setups. I recommend having 4 charts on your screen. Each chart, you have the script running on. And again, if you're an ES, if you're a Dow trader, you can put it on the Dow. If you're a NASDAQ, or put them on different. Have one on the ES, have one on the NASDAQ, have one on the Dow if you want. Or I like just trading the MES or the NASDAQ. I like the NASDAQ a lot too. Have it on the 300 tick and have it on the 1,000 volume, and possibly maybe have it on the 5-minute time frame. The 5-minute time frame, we'll just go over to the 5-minute here. We'll click on the 5. That's a VWAP. It's kind of off here because of well, look at the perfect entry there. It was a little choppy here, but it was perfect. I don't know what this, maybe the stop was a little tight on that. Can you just, you know what I'm talking about, right? This thing is amazing. Well, I'm looking at this, and I think we're definitely going to run this tomorrow on the ES. I think we have to learn this on the ES tomorrow. Just looking at the market right now. So the last one was here. Profit target, first profit, extended hours. All right, let's take a look here. Trailing stop came back after taking first profit, second profit. Well, that was great. Look at that. You know what we're going to do? We're just going to do it instead of going through like this. We get a better feel for this probably if we just, let's do this. The Ninja Trader gives us an opportunity. Let's take a look at our strategy analyzer. And let's be careful with this. Hopefully this gives us good results. So I like to do this. I don't really, because every trade is a different scenario. I don't count on backtesting too much. I use backtesting just so if I could see where the setups were, how many there were, give me some statistics, some analytics. But basically, I know not every trade is going to be taken because of market conditions, news, time frame, overnight trades, and stuff. But let's just let's put this on. Let's put the super signal on here and see what the results were for today. And again, 6. We'll call it 15. I want to put a trailing stop in. Start it at 1 tick, and we're going to follow it by 14, maybe 15. We'll call it 14 right now. I think I moved it. So it's taking 2 off, and then to take another 2 off on 15 ticks. As a 14 tick hard stop, we'll move this to hard stop here. We're going to select the instrument. We'll do the ES. Let's do the ES 324. And this is where we're going to get interested here. So we're going to look at we'll keep it at last. And we're going to go to minute. We're going to go to tick. And we're going to go to 350. Oh, 300. 300. And then I'm just going to go, you know what I'm going to do? Let's go to December here. We're not going to do, again, I'd like to, let's go to Sunday. Well, actually, it starts last night, so we'll just do, well, no, that's not it. I guess we could do Sunday. Sunday would be the 10th. What the hell, right? Let's get freaky. We'll just leave everything as it is. I don't know what the... So this is if this was just running this on the 300 tick with a hard stop loss, 14 tick stop loss, 6-2, 5 contracts. Drum roll, please. Let's hit the run button. All right, what do we got here? 26 trades. 26 trades on the criteria. 23 winning trades, 3 losing trades, 88% profitability. If we just let that run, it would have been $3,662. Are you shitting me? All right. Why can't I just keep that running? Average trades 140. All right. Well, we're running this tomorrow. We're running it tomorrow. That's the Super Signal Quad 23. And again, I'm not going to let this thing run. I'll probably end up taking trades off faster based off of rotations and stuff. This is just, I'm just running this back test just to see what this looked like. Profits per month. But that's not going to be true. What's the delta on this? 6 point profit factor 614. Let's take a look at the trades and see which ones didn't work out and what time they were. All right, so, well, that's $200 and $300 stop loss. So about $500 drawdown. But I have to look closer on that. I'm not going to do that right now. It's getting late, but that's pretty good. Again, so we'll run these parameters tomorrow. Maybe even run them overnight. No, we're not going to do that. But you have those options. You know, again, we work together. I try to get these out to you. I am working on that short signal for this. And again, if the market was trending down very strong, you know, and you ran that script, there was probably a good chance it gets run over because the parameters weren't probably being hit. You know, it's good in a choppy market and kind of a bullish market. But again, if you're in a downtrending market and you have a kind of a buy program on, your targets are going to be pressured by the downward pressure. So, but when you have a 60-10 like this and it's embedded, you know, don't you want to know when there's a quad rotation here and you get that perfect entry and you could go long and you could actually make those kind of trades? So these are the trades that I will be sending out tomorrow on the Trade Alert Network, for short, Trade Alert Network TEM to TEM. I know I'm thinking of some kind of anagram or something, but I think that's going to be it. All right. So flags, we're sending out to flags. We're sending out divergences. We're sending out quad rotations. And if there's a coil that comes along with those, we're going to send those out too. And then sometimes X marks the spot. A couple market updates we'll give you in the morning. I usually start sending out the alerts just to kind of get you up to speed. At around 9 o'clock, we'll do our first alert just to test the alert system, make sure everyone's on board. And then from that point on, we're going to just rock it out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's bring this back over here. This is today's market right now. All right, again, Day Trading Radio live every single day. We'll be on the thing. We have a nice promo here. Well, actually, we have just ended the sale today. So if you did get this and you missed the sale, email me at ironaction@yahoo.com. I'll give you the details on that. But we did have a trial here for $29.95. It enables you to get the Super Signal script and enables you to get the futures trader alerts. And it's just a 1 month trial. Normally something like this would be $99. All right, for the month. You get all the scripts, all the alerts, all the meters, everything, the dashboard and stuff. Pretty good little trial there to test out everything. I do some mentoring and coaching if you want to do that. It's 90 minutes one-on-one. That's a pretty good deal there for members. And then, of course, the live audio futures alert network here, which I just went over. If you're not a member, you could still get it. You just click on the futures trade alert. Click on that, and you could just sign up for that. It's very easy. It gives you all the setups, perfect for prop traders. Alerts go over your phone. I show you how to set it up. It's very easy to set up. And this page actually shows you a little bit more what you get. So if you click on that, it'll kind of explain all the setups, and that can be found on DayTraderRockStar.com if you want to just go to that and click on the click on that link right there, right here. If you just click on that link right there, it'll kind of bring you to this page, and that page gives you some lots of information on there. The super signals that are sent out, what their percentage probability of success are, the divergence, the quad divergence, the quad VWAP, the rotation, 2020 bull flag, and the quad coil. The type of setups that we get, and when you get a setup, what goes out, the current price of the setup, the recommended stop and time, and the market conditions surrounding the setup. All right, and that's exactly what you saw today when we sent these alerts out.
58, 46.58.
Let me see if I could do that for you again.
Just got hit on my target there. That was the noise in the background.
This was it here. Let me do that again here.
Divergence at 11:20. And stop should be at 46.58. Take profits on the way up. All right, we got a divergence with a stop at 46.58. 46.58. Just got hit on my target there. That was the noise in the background here.
So
But there is a 1 minute divergence at 11:20.
11:20. All right. Anyway, you got it. So that's everything here for you. I take advantage of it while you can. It's a great little system. Got some special things that we're going to do with this also. People who are stepping up, and you could actually, when you sign up, you're going to go to the Patreon site. If you click on this, it's going to bring you over to the Patreon site here for Day Trading Radio. And you're going to go to the membership tier that says Futures Trade Alert Network here. $20. We're gonna cap it at 100 members. We just opened it up. So and then that's it. The what was the other thing I was going to show you here? Just sign that up. That's where that link goes to. Oh, there it is. That's it. So that's the most popular one, the Futures Trade Alert Network, $20 a month. You sign up for it, you join, sign up for it. You'll have all the instructions. I'll okay you. You get a everything will be pretty seamless. Also, you could actually get your Rockbot scripts here. If you're not a member of Day Trading Radio, you can download the scripts for $50 a month and run them on your machine. All right, so that's an option there also. So enjoy that. And for those out there who are members and enjoy that, feel free to support the site. We use the Patreon to kind of cover some extra expenses and stuff, which is always here. We're always trying to improve this site. So this is a kind of an extra. If you're out there and you can support the site or anything, please head over to the Patreon and do whatever you can. Even if you are getting the Futures Trade Alerts, you want to sign up for it and support it, that's great. I appreciate that. If you love this setup, I appreciate you doing it. All right, that's it. We're going to call it a day. We're going to see you in the markets tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, just like 6 hours away, I'll be back here. Have a great evening, everyone. Good night.